Hello everybody and welcome to Sterling Channel 19. We are here for some boys soccer as the Sterling Silver Knights take on the Haddon Township Hawks. And a beautiful day here for some boys soccer. Cloudy skies with us this afternoon. Current weather conditions 77 degrees, winds blowing southeast at 4 miles an hour, humidity at 67%. And just as I said, today's forecast is cloudy. Colonial Liberty standings, Haddon Heights leads the way at 9-1, followed by West Deptford at 8-1. Then it's Sterling at 6-4, Haddonfield at 4-8-1, Haddon Township at 2-7-1, and then Collingswood at the very bottom at 2-8. Game notes since 2010, Haddon Township leads the series 6-4. Haddon Township has won their last 3 in a row. Sterling's last win was back in 2021 against this team. Sterling outscoring opponents this year 18-12. Haddon Township outscoring opponents 9-21. And one of Haddon Township's 2 wins this year was against Sterling. When you take a look at the Silver Knights stats leaders, Quentin Rosano leads the way at 10 points, 4 goals, 2 assists, followed by Bright John at 8 points, 4 goals, no assists. Then Rob Toomey and Connor Maynard both with 6 points. Jason Camardo, Anthony Ortiz, and Brett Bellows at the bottom of the stats list. Then it's Chris Messimer leading the way for Collingswood, 8 points, 4 goals, 1 assist. 4 points, 1 goal, 2 assists for Nathan Durst. Then it goes Tonio Guglietta, Micah Anger, Salazar Bartolez, and Horter. I believe that's actually Collingswood. It's not Haddon Township's. Whoopsie. But we are here for some boys soccer. I'm Brian McLaren, joined by Jake Clark and Dan Leakin. Guys, what are your big expectations heading into this matchup?
Well, for starters, the Knights obviously have to not overlook this Haddon Township team. As we talked about before, one of Haddon Township's 2 wins was against Sterling earlier this season. So Sterling's got to come out and take care of business today, even though the Hawks are having a bit of a down year.
So we're going to have the players introduce themselves.
Rob Toomey, senior, midfield, Laurel Springs.
Brett Bellows, senior, forward, Summerdale.
Sean Kerrigan, senior, defender, Blackwood.
2. Anthony Garcia, senior, defender, Lindenwold.
John Goebel, senior, midfield, Glendora.
Jack Sheehan, senior, midfield, Laurel Springs.
Maynard Reyes, senior, midfielder, Stratford.
Travis Schmid, junior, goalie, Laurel Springs, New Jersey.
Quentin Rosano, junior, striker at Stratford.
Bright John, junior, defender, Stratford.
Dean Collins, junior, defender, Stratford.
Max Bleem, junior, defender, Laurel Springs.
Jesus Blanco, junior, midfield, Stratford, New Jersey.
Jace Camardo, junior, midfielder, Stratford, New Jersey.
Anthony Ortiz Torcia, junior, defender, Stratford.
Wesley Reich, freshman, forward, Summerdale.
Carson Wiley, freshman, center mid, Summerdale.
Ethan Weitzel, freshman, attacker, Magnolia, New Jersey. Connor Maynard, freshman, forward, Stratford.
Hello everybody, welcome back. So we are underway here at the Castle. Live play did start before we came back, so 40 seconds into this first half now, and we get our first whistle here in this one.
Yeah, for Sterling to be successful in this game, they got to have somebody on the offensive end step up. It seems like the struggle all year, Dan, has been for the Knights. They haven't had one particular player been able to find the back of the net.
Yeah, and I know Coach Marley is, after interviewing him after that last game, the win in overtime against Collingswood, he really wants to find a spark in this offense, and I think, you know, once they can find that, they can kind of get back into their rhythm. This Liberty Conference, you know, the records may show different, but it is all super competitive. I mean, Deptford's only lost 1 game, and that was to Sterling. So, you know, this Liberty Conference is insanely competitive, and we're going to have a good matchup on our hands.
So first save of the day for Travis Schmid. Now Township with it, working toward the far side. Glad you're with us here on Channel 19. Once again, I'm Brian McLaren, joined by Jake Clark, Dan Leakin. Pleasure to be with you all on this late Friday afternoon. Township coming in at 2-7-1 on the year. So Township on the far side with it. Now Sterling will take over. Here's Camardo.
And I like what Township just did there. They did a nice job of passing the ball in that triangle formation. Obviously, the pass just went a little too far for Sterling to get a turnover.
So that one sent out to Schmidt. He'll scoop it up easily. Boots it away. Skied out towards midfield. Dean Collins using his speed, sending it upfield for Rosano. Rosano with a one-on-one, and scooped up by the keeper, Timmy Huber.
And you're going to be seeing a lot of that. Quentin Rosano, their lead striker, that's what they use. That's where they generate a lot of their offense from. So I think we're going to see that a few times here from the Sterling Knights throughout this game.
Yeah, and that was well played there by number 31, Jack McGarrigle, the sophomore for Haddon Township. Kept his stride with Quentin Rosano and made that one a tough one for him to put on net. Easy save for the keeper.
Yeah, and I think it's tough to keep up with Quentin Rosano because not only is he a quick player, he has a good build. You know, he's tall and he's a little bulky, so it's really tough to wrestle him off the ball.
On a line out towards midfield. Township will now work on the far side. Nice cut and a nice takeaway by Max Bleem. He's trying to find Rosano, gets kicked away.
Yeah, that's a name that the Knights have to be glad to hear back in the lineup. Max Bleem was out for a couple games with an injury, but it's good to have him back on the defensive end.
Yeah, not only on the defensive end, but he is a spark on the offensive end. He's really quick, and he's very smart with the ball, and he lays a lot of good passes for the offense to control.
First substitution here for the Knights. Wesley Reich checking in. Throw in here for Rosano. He finds Reich. Back to Rosano, trying to cross it toward the middle. Nice cutoff by McGarrigle.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a miscommunication there between Rosano and Reich, and that ultimately ended up causing a bit of havoc on that throw-in play there.
So Township takes over. Finds Chatton. Chatton sends it up for Radley. Radley working toward the corner, trying to find a crossing lane. Good pass. Here's the shot and a jumping grab by Travis Schmid. Take a look at the replay.
Yeah, good opportunity here for the Hawks. Nice ball into the box and a very good shot there by the attacker. Just Travis Schmid able to get up and get it. That was Bobby McElvain, the freshman, on the shot. Yeah, and we're getting word that Bobby McElvain, the freshman for Haddon Township, is related to staff member Mr. McElvain here at Sterling.
As we got that word, Bright John making a really good play over here and disrupting the offense and making sure that they can't make a push towards Travis Schmid and him having to make another save.
Township here with a chance after being bounced around. And Schmid will get there. Shot off the left foot of Owen Lomba.
Yeah, and right now, obviously time of possession is something that you talk a lot about in football or other sports, but I think that Haddon Township to this point has dominated time of possession. They've kept the ball in their offensive zone and have gotten a couple shots on net against Travis Schmid. And right now they're really not dominating, but keeping the ball in their half.
Rosano and Wright getting very aggressive toward that ball. Nice pass that was cut off by Jason Camardo, goes out of play. It'll be a Hawks throw-in. Sterling switching fields. Nice find to Maynard. Maynard using some speed. He's got some space to work. Gets it taken away. go out of play. It'll be another Hawks throw-in.
Yeah, not the best of offensive possessions there for the Knights, but good to try and get something going on the offensive end and take a little pressure off Travis Schmidt and net and the defense.
Sano almost able to disrupt that pass. Very aggressive there. Finally a whistle called.
Yeah, and it looks like he gets tangled up. That's not something you see every day on the soccer field.
No, I think you'd see that a little bit more on the football field than you would on the soccer field.
Yeah, very physical between Connor Maynor and Max Radley.
Pass out of play that Max Bleem wasn't too happy with.
And the substitution for the Sterling Knights, the freshman Connor Maynor getting subbed out for the senior Sean Kerrigan.
Let's hope that whatever he said was not picked up on the crowd mic.
Just something to note, we're feeling a little bit of a drizzle here. It's getting a little wet and should impact the game itself a little bit, make the ground a little bit more slippery.
Blanco finds Kerrigan along the sideline, sends it up for Rosano. Goes off the foot of Kerrigan, now finds Blanco.
And that was another good defensive possession there by Jack McGarrell. Took the ball away from Quinn Rosano while he was in the box and was able to clear it.
Booted upfield will go out to Marley's on the Sterling bench. Throw in here for Lamba. Starting to drizzle out here a little bit. That's just going to the truck. The truck has taken its first victim. Ortiz finds John. That pass gets away from Max Bleem. Line drive shot cut off by Ortiz. Pass out to Collins, who sends it upfield. Nice move by Sheehan. And we'll get a whistle that'll send it the other way.
Yeah, we're going to take another look at this, and you can see right there, offsides towards the top of your screen.
It's definitely big for Sterling try and get a break on defense. They haven't had a lot of offensive possession this entire game so far.
Yeah.
So maybe they can try and get a spark here.
Yeah, they've only had about 1 or 2 runs at the net, and it's really been all Haddon Township just controlling possession, and that's putting a lot of pressure. And the more shots on goal you're going to take, the more chance you have to find the back of the net. So Sterling's got to get something going and just keep possession of the ball.
But a great job so far by this Haddonfield defense. Once a Sterling player finds the ball, they've at least Haddon Township at least has 2 or 3 defenders right on it. As you can follow us on Twitter or X at SterlingTV19. Find out whenever we go live, all highlights of all of our sporting events and extracurricular activities and much more. And you can find that when you follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19. Close to 11 minutes into this first half. Sterling and Haddon Township, scoreless. Nice job by Reich to get there quickly. That one skied up in the air.
And that's a lot of
McGarrigle.
Sorry, that's a lot of Reich's game. You know, he uses his speed to fight for balls, and as we're seeing here on the far side, he gets that one, but it just trickles to the goalie. But he uses a lot of that speed to his advantage. You know, you're going to see him pushing along the sides a lot and trying to generate some offense for the Knights.
Yeah, and whether it's on the ball or off the ball, he has very quick bursts in between quick sessions. He's not a guy that runs up and down the field a lot with a lot of stamina, but when he does get the ball, he has quick bursts of quick energy that allow for him to move up towards the goal.
Township working here. Actually switch fields, move closer to the far sideline. able to keep it in play. Bounces off the foot of Reich. Reich trying to get some space to work with. Nice move. Reich crosses it toward the middle, trying to find someone there, could not.
It looked like he was looking for Quentin Rosano with that cross.
Gets by Bright John. John trying to stay with it. He does. Good pass to Kerrigan. Kerrigan along the sideline, kicked out of bounds. It'll be a Sterling throw-in.
Yeah, that was a good takeaway there by Bright John and a very nice pass to the near sideline to Sean Kerrigan.
And as we've seen a lot when Bright John plays defense, he uses a very physical play style, and he's really good at fighting people off the ball and, you know, getting a good pass to the midfield.
Selwyn gets by Rosano, scooped up by Huber. Skied in the air, takes a bounce and finds the foot of Sheehan.
Yeah, and to this point, neither keeper has really had to make a very tough save. A lot of balls just rolling up towards the net or lofted, and very easy for both keepers to come down with the ball.
Goes out of play. Quick throw in for Sterling. Rosano throws it in, finds Kerrigan. Kerrigan with a nice move, but then kicked away by Lamba. And will roll out to the Sterling bench.
Yeah, and out of these throw-ins, it looks like Sterling wants to move very quick, not give the Hawks any time to set up their defensive game plan.
Blanco with a pass back to Bleem. And finds Sheehan. Sheehan sends it up. Here's Ortiz. Gets it to Camardo. There goes Bleem with it. Goes out of play. Bleem was looking for a handball, did not get it. Quick throw in for Sterling. Nice move by Kerrigan. Crosser over the middle. Nobody there for the Knights. That one cleared away by Township.
And it just seems like every time, you know, the Knights try and pass it into the middle or just pass it, you know, Township has had a man there, and they've read the eyes of the passer very well. They've played it very nice.
Yeah, they're collapsing down on the passing lanes, and it's making it very tough for them to get inside the 18 and get any offense really working.
You can follow us on Facebook at Sterling TV 19. Find out whenever we go live, whenever we upload on YouTube as well, and also live updates of all live games, including this one. Any big plays that happen, it'll go up right to our Facebook page almost instantly. So make sure to follow us on Facebook for all live updates. Township here with a chance. A crosser, a weak crosser. And now Rosano finds it for Sterling. Sends it toward the near side. Looks upfield, finds Reich. Reich coming back and trying to set it up for Rosano, but goes out of play.
And that was a nice clear out of the box there by the Sterling defense. And I think that the thing that's really telling about this first half to this point is Haddon Township has had a lot more success of getting the ball inside the box, inside the 18. And Haddon Township's defense has done a nice job of keeping Sterling away and outside the 18 to this point.
Yeah, and kind of branching off on that, Haddon Township has really done a great job of winning the midfield battles. The takeaways that they've gotten in the midfield has set them up for offensive success so far and having a good amount of time in the 18.
So it'll be a throw in here for Township as Sterling starts to prepare some substitutions here on our side. And a quick whistle there. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at Sterling TV 19. We go live almost every day for all of our sporting events, extracurriculars, and much more. You can also find many commercials, castle connections, and much more. Just had a huge slew of commercials uploaded today from the TV production class, including Dorico's Doomsday, made by our very own Jake Clark.
Yeah, that was a fun one to make. It was the first one I've ever made, and hopefully with the TV production class, I'll get to make a lot more.
I start as the evil version of myself, Evil Brian.
And you can, what's also featured is my bedroom, my guest bedroom.
It does feature your guest bedroom. I got to lay in it for a scene. It was a very comfy bed.
You know what you can also find on YouTube is some of the coaches' shows that I happen to host.
Indeed.
Which have been very fun. We got to get Mr. Coach Marley's on. Mr. Coach Marley's, I just said that. That's
silly.
That is silly, that's right.
T.
Back to soccer.
Back to soccer. Township with possession, almost 17 minutes into this first half. As it continues to rain. And a big fall by Camardo. There'll be a whistle there on Haddon Township.
Yeah, we saw this one from over here. Not even an attempt for the ball, it looks like. Just got handsy and pushed Camardo.
Yeah, and they're going to call that every time. I don't think you can really do that. You got to make at least one attempt for the ball, and it didn't look like he did there.
Contact like that is meant for the gridiron and not the soccer pitch.
One-on-one here for Reich. Reich using his speed, and the shot rolling right into the arms of Huber.
And, you know, it may have seemed like a little something there from Wesley Reich, but maybe this is finally some momentum in the offensive zone, as this is really the first shot that Huber has had to make in net all game.
What I like that possession is Reich really turns it up a notch as soon as he gets a touch on the ball, starts cutting towards the box and tries to send it across, but well played there by Haddon Township's defense.
A few minutes away from the halfway point in this first half. Still a scoreless ball game here at the Castle. It was Sheehan trying to send it up, cut off by Ortiz. Goes out of play.
And as you can see, Sterling football team loading up for their game against West Deffert tonight at West Deffert. They will not be here, as you can see. Should be a pretty good matchup between two teams.
Yeah, two comparable teams, Dan, as they're both, I believe, 1-5 on the season. As there's a whistle. We take a look at them, and now back to the action for the whistle.
That looks to be on Mason McCarthy, the sophomore.
Contact was on Camardo there.
Oh.
Well, he was the one getting pushed down.
Yeah.
That's how I should have phrased it.
Here's Ortiz. Boots it on a line. Sending it downfield for Reich.
And there's that burst of speed that you, Jake, were talking about a few minutes ago.
That was a great ball by Ortiz, sent up to Reich. Just a shame that nothing really happened out of it.
Weitzel crossing it toward the middle. Finds a Township defender. Sent up for Santiago. Could not get by Bright John on that, but Township stays with it, sends it up for Bonsall. Bright John getting there defensively. One-on-one with him. Goes out of play.
Go ahead. And Bright John showcasing the speed again. I mean, he's a really good track runner. In the spring, he runs the 4x4, and he's really showing, you know, that speed here in soccer.
Yeah, and he had a couple nice takeaways on that one possession there. Nice, impressive play there from Bright John.
So unofficially at the halfway point in this first half, still scoreless. That throw-in gets by John for a moment. He takes a fall.
And again, looks like miscommunication on another throw-in play, and Bright John was a little slow to get up there.
Thankfully looks to be okay. So Sterling made little platoon substitutions, so a couple new nights in. Bellows sends it up and scooped up by Huber as he charges in.
Yeah, nice job by Dean Collins trying to send this one up the field just a little too far. And well played again by the two Township defenders and scooped up by Huber, as you said, Brian.
And a
Whistle on Goebel there. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah, one of the substitutions actually was Goebel, along with Carson Wiley, Connor Maynor, and Brett Bellows. And also, looking like Maynor Reyes was also one of the substitutions. I think I got everyone in the platoon.
Pretty good work out of you there.
Lamba boots it away on a line drive. Goes off the head of Ortiz, skies it up in the air. Takes a bounce. Bellows gets to it. One sent up. Township just trying to do something with it. Stays in play. Sheehan with a pass back. Back to Sheehan. Makes a move on Maynard Reyes. Trying to send it up for Bonsall. Goes out of play.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the ball in the box, and it looks like it goes off the head of Ortiz and then off the head of Goebel. It actually goes off the shoulder of Owen Lamba of Haddon Township. And then Ortiz clears it away. I thought that went off one head to another.
As Brian and I like to call it, the pinball.
That's good. I like that, the pinball. I might have to add that to my arsenal.
So throw in here for Haddon Township. See, our next TV game on your screen is this Monday, October 16th. It's 2 Mondays from now. It's October 16th. It'll be boys soccer against Woodstown at 7 p.m. Our actual next TV game is this Tuesday, as girls soccer will take on Haddonfield. That'll be at 4 p.m. Coverage live on Channel 19 as well as youtube.com/SterlingTV19.
And that'll be a really good game. Those are two really close teams in skill. Sterling, I think, 7th right now in the state, I'm pretty sure. 7th in South Jersey. There we go. So I think that game will be super competitive between the two teams. Haddonfield, an historic soccer program. And I think we're going to be in for a really good one on Tuesday.
Well, and it's a rivalry matchup in the Colonial Conference. These teams, especially when they're good, go at it. It's almost, it means a lot more coming in the division, and I think we should have a good one on our hands.
So about 24 minutes into this first half. Goes out of play. Sterling throwing on the far side. That was Maynard with it. Goes out of play. Another throw-in for the Knights. Ethan Weitzel with the throw-in.
And that's about the 3rd time I've seen from Sterling somebody try and throw the ball in and then hesitate and then have to stop for a second. They want to go up tempo, but they're not getting set in time, and there's been a lot of miscommunications.
Yeah, and as I said earlier, I also think that Haddon Township is doing an extremely good job of reading the eyes and trying to locate these passes before they even happen, and I think they're doing an extremely good job at it.
Off the foot there of Carson Wiley. He's trying to send it up for Bellows. Bellows slips and sent upfield by McGarrigle.
Yeah, and that's where this little bit of drizzle that came in might have played an impact. Field's a little bit slippery from the time that the team started to warm up.
And it also helped with a little bit of slip helped Carson Wiley make that really impressive slide tackle there.
Goebel, crosser. Cut off there by Ranking. Reyes with it. Trying to send it up for a Sterling Knight, but then it's Timmy Huber who gets there for Township.
Yeah, and Sterling's done a nice job of trying to get the ball into the box, but Huber's had easy saves to this point. Credit the Haddon Township defense.
Saw a very similar game like this not too long ago. Sterling with a 1-0 win in their last game against Collingswood.
There's a substitution coming in for Sterling, Jack Sheehan.
You can follow us on Instagram at SterlingTV19. All of our behind-the-scenes images whenever we go live, all tech crew stuff and much more. A bunch of Mr. K there on your screen. You can find much more of them on our Instagram when you follow it at SterlingTV19.
Yeah, and Jack Sheehan came in for Ethan Weitzel.
Sterling with some space. Ortiz sends it upfield. Goes off the chest of a Township defender. Pass back to Lamba. Lamba sends it up, goes off the foot of John Goebel, and will go out of play. Looks to be a Sterling throw-in, however. Sean Kerrigan with the throw-in. Goes off the foot of Radley. Goebel with the throw-in.
Yeah, and that time they executed to perfection, trying to move quick on the throw-in, got it up the field and to another Sterling teammate.
Here's Kerrigan over the middle, trying to find Bellows. Gets it cut off by the Township defense.
And Haddon Township's defense has done an extremely good job of pressuring the person with the ball and having Sterling's offense move quicker because they can't get any time to, you know, set their plays. And that's where Sterling gets the most dangerous, when they have that time to get the players where they need to be. So I think Haddon Township's defense is doing an extremely good job of, you know, double teaming the ball handler and making sure that they are pressured into making a decision.
When I think that they're doing a really good job of just forcing the team, the Sterling team, to the outside. They're doing a nice job of keeping things out of the middle and towards the sidelines.
Township trying to clear it away. Dan, did you just litter?
I did not. I just put it next to me.
All right.
I don't know why you ever accuse me of such a thing.
So here's Dean Collins, who finds Reyes, then back to Collins.
Yeah, for those listening at home, you didn't see it, but Dan just threw his body armor to the right of him. We're going to take a replay of what actually matters, which is the soccer game. But littering is a serious issue.
I put it next to me.
It's poisoning our planet.
You can see it right there. It's on the ground.
If
I'm pointing at
only
it right
the
now.
telestrator to give it a big circle.
And we do want to take a second to congratulate, standing next to us, photographer Jules Mesta for being selected to the homecoming court. Congratulations, Jules. And she's going to walk away now. She's very mad at me.
She does not like being on camera.
She does not like being shouted out ever. I said happy birthday during the one game and got yelled at afterwards. I just can't win. Can't win when it comes to shouting out Jules.
It's kind of funny. The camera girl doesn't like being on camera. Kind of funny. And she's the official tech crew candidate for homecoming this year. Yeah, because Brian was going to get it.
I'm flattered by that, Dan. I appreciate
Well, Brian deserved my vote.
Is there a way I can write in a name? I would write in Brian McClernand.
Sterling here with a chance. Cross toward the middle. Does not go in. It's off the top of the post and over and out of play.
Now this is a great opportunity here for the Knights. And as they almost had it, went off the top of the crossbar. We're going to take another look at this right here. Good ball into the box by Brett Bellows. They catch the keeper out of position, and Maynard just a bit too high there. But they had him right where they wanted him on the ropes and just couldn't convert and find the back of the net. And that's what we talked about earlier, is having somebody, just some guy on the offensive end step up. And Connor Maynard was just a couple inches short.
Yeah, and I think that's a spark that they need. I mean, they haven't been pushing, they haven't given Huber a lot of pressure this entire game. They've kind of just been sending and hoping that one gets past him. But that was one that could have been a really, really good, fortunate outcome for Sterling, but they couldn't just bury it.
Well, and as I said, they had him out of position. They had him right where they wanted him, just couldn't convert.
Rosano sending it toward the sideline. Maynard with it, working one-on-one.
The drizzling has slowed down just a little bit. It wasn't ever really heavy, but it just slowed down. Slipping should still be a factor, but it definitely isn't going as hard as it was.
So Blanco with some space, able to find Jack Sheehan. Immediately booted away. And goes out of play. Less than 10 minutes to go unofficially here in this first half. Still a scoreless game.
You know, I think both sides have done well on the defensive end. They've done a really nice job of when it gets in the middle, clogging the middle and clearing it to the outside. And as we mentioned, it's been a pretty midfield game here, midfield-oriented game, Dan.
And it's been kind of tough, especially for Sterling, because of the time of possession.
You can order a DVD of your favorite event here at Channel 19. $20 per event plus $3 for mailing. Please include the name of the event and email the email on your screen or call the phone number.
Before I was rudely interrupted by a CD, I was saying Haddon Township has dominated the time of possession, so it's been kind of tough for Sterling's defense to, keep the stamina to keep them outside and kind of keep Travis's day easy. So I think they've done a phenomenal job in keeping that score 0.
Yeah, you talk about time of possession, but Sterling's had a couple really nice runs to the net when they've gotten an opportunity to. Just have to find more of those opportunities.
Chance here for Township, and a big collision disrupts that. Schmidt able to scoop it up.
Yeah, going to take another look at this here. Ball into the box, and Anthony Ortiz comes over to try and make a play on the ball, and that's one that you can get away with there as him and Chatton collided.
Cross toward the middle and out of play. Sterling with another chance and just could not come through.
And I think Haddon Township's defense is starting to wear down a little bit as we're nearing the end of the half, about 7 minutes unofficially left. So I think this is Sterling's time to pounce because they just loaded some fresh legs out there, and I think this is a good time, especially with this set piece coming up, which Sterling does a really good job at, to try and get one on the board.
Corner kick for Blanco, goes off the head of the Township defender, and the shot is in! Back right corner for Jason Camardo. And the Sterling Knights take a 1-0 lead. And Camardo kisses the camera lens. 1-0 Sterling.
Well, and this is a phenomenal job by Camardo. Well played initially by Haddon Township, but he sticks with it, makes a great touch, and finds the back of the net. Great touch to the ball for Jason Camardo to put the Knights up 1-0.
And I think the ball control that he used there to keep that and get that to his strong foot where he can knock that in right past the goalkeeper on the right side was really impressive. And, he is definitely one of the strong vocal points of this Sterling offense. Does a lot of setting up, and he gets a goal there. But he pops it up to his strong foot, the ball control, and just knocks it in the right side, right past Huber. That is a phenomenal
And you look at the ball control there, that was a great touch. You have got to practice that kind of ball control every day and every night. And Jason Camardo, I know from being on the baseball team, is a phenomenally hard worker in practice.
As Jules got a good picture of Jason Camardo kissing the camera.
I hope all you fans at home watching enjoyed that kiss from Camardo.
Yeah, and if you want to see that picture that Jules took, make sure you go to her Instagram at Visions by Jules.
So a diss from Jules Maesta. But back to soccer. We'll focus on that at halftime when we're off the air.
And if you want.
Yeah, we're getting word in our ear that Mr. K challenged Jason before the game to find the back of the net, as that one just goes out of bounds. But he challenged Jason before the game as being the baseball coach here, and Jason, one of the guys on the baseball team, to put one in the back of the net, and he came through here in this first half.
Yeah, and I mean, as that corner was getting set up, I was saying how Haddon Township's defense was definitely wearing down just a little bit as we're nearing 5 minutes unofficially. And here's another one of those set pieces.
Corner kick for Blanco. Gets away, finds Camardo. Trying to send it for Blanco, a bit too much on that one, goes out of play.
Well, and both times on those corner kicks, Haddon Township has done a nice job of getting the initial first touch and sending it out of the box. Whoever on the one.
Set up for Maynor and scooped up by the keeper, Huber.
And Sterling's now putting a ton of pressure on Timmy Huber in the back of the net. And this is really what you need offensively, is to put a lot of pressure. The more pressure, the more chance for the defense to collapse and you find the back of the net.
Yeah, and something they're doing a little bit better at, as the first half of the first half was lacking a little bit, was they're starting to win these midfield battles a little bit more. They're starting to get these takeaways that are improving, as we saw one right there from Jesus Blanco, that are improving their offensive push and giving them more time of possession towards the end of this half.
So tensions is definitely rising. Cross toward the middle, and the header no good. Goes out of play.
and definitely great hustle from Jesus Blanco to, get that takeaway and then hustle down the field and deliver a great cross right to the freshman Connor Maynor. Just couldn't put it away, as there's a good defensive effort from the Haddon Township defense.
Yeah, and Maynor's had a couple scoring opportunities, just been offline. The one hit the crossbar, and this one just offline wide right.
Took a big fall at the end of that. Good to see that both him and the keeper Huber are okay. Blanco sends it up for Reich. Reich using his speed. Finds Bleen. And a trip there. Whistle will go against Blanco.
Yeah, a lot of contact there from Jesus Blanco, and the official makes the correct call.
So it'll be Bobby McIlvain to boot this one away. Raises the right arm and skies it. Skied up in the air by Camardo. Off the head of McIlvain. Here's Bleen. Bleen changes direction, sends it up for Maynor. Maynor trying to stay with it. Crosser finds Rosano. Rosano takes a fall. No call right there. Sliding play, but Township still with it. Sends it up for Sheehan. Take a look at the replay here.
Yeah, and we're going to take a look at it, and it looked like Rosano was trying to draw a foul. Not enough contact in my eyes. I'm not sure how you see it, Dan.
I'm going to agree there with Jake there. I think that was too little contact, and he definitely was looking to draw a foul there. I think that's the correct call not to give that one to him.
Tried to win an Oscar right there, but could not.
Would that have won an Oscar in your eyes, Brian?
Definitely not. Not official time, but very close to the end of this first half. Sterling with a 1-0 lead, trying to add on.
And after settling down, the rain is starting to pick up just a bit more here.
Just a tad.
Just a tad.
If you will.
Nothing too brutal yet, but still going to impact the grass just a bit.
Yeah, and I think the rain is supposed to be off and on all throughout this game, so don't be shocked if it goes away for a little bit and then comes back. It's supposed to be off and on all throughout this contest.
Here's a shot, misses wide to the right.
Yeah, right now it's raining the hardest it's been so far. Coming down just a little harder than it was before. Getting our monitor a little wet here.
It's getting pretty drippy out here. I know, I'm sorry.
That was silly.
I liked it, Brian.
Thank you, Dan.
We're approaching the end unofficially of this half. Sterling up 1-0 right now.
And that will end this first half of play. Sterling with a 1-0 lead as Jason Camardo puts it in for the Knights. Gives a kiss to the fans, and so far Sterling with a 1-0 lead. Second half action coming up after this.
I got sometimes I gotta tell you.
It's totally safe. We do this all the time.
There's no way these drugs are laced, right?
Trust me, you're gonna be fine.
I just need to forget everything. It'll be fun.
A lethal dose of fentanyl is just 4 grains of sand and can hide in any drug. So no matter what you and your friends think, what you can't see will kill you. Don't die to get high. Fentanyl is fatal. Get the whole truth at CamdenCounty.com/fentanyl.
I can't believe I've been working on this homework for over an hour now. I'm gonna have to submit this last assignment and I'll finally be done. Who's messaging me? I don't know who this is, but I guess I'll just see what she wants and then I'll go to bed. What's got you all excited? I have a date with this girl I met on Instagram earlier this week. This is my first time meeting her in person, though.
You just met this girl yesterday, and you're already going on a date with her?
You're crazy, man. You gotta be careful. Whatever, man. You guys just may have a date tonight. What is up?
Messi. Messi, he's got a World Cup.
Messi.
Ronaldo. Because speed. That's it.
Messi, because he's the greatest of all time. I don't care. Gotta go with Messi. Just everything points to the direction of Messi.
Messi. Messi's just clear. Ronaldo is not better.
Messi, there's no explanation. No explanation needed. He's just the greatest of all time.
I'll probably say Messi now, but before was Ronaldo. But I say Messi now because he won a World Cup. He the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Messi or Ronaldo, and why?
Messi, he's just, that's my boy, bro. That's my guy. That's my guy.
Messi or Ronaldo, and why?
I'd say Messi because he's more of a team player.
Messi or Ronaldo, and why?
I prefer Ronaldo.
We do not care.
But Messi is the greatest of all time, just because of how he plays.
Messi or Ronaldo, and why?
Messi. I just grown up, watching him, liked his highlights. That's it.
Messi or Ronaldo, and why?
Ronaldo. He's just better.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo's not even a debate.
What?
He's all time just better, I think.
Messi because he has a World Cup.
Messi or Ronaldo, and why?
Messi. He's just him.
Messi or Ronaldo, and why?
Messi, because I've been watching him since I was a kid.
Messi or Ronaldo, and why?
Messi, because it's Messi, bro. He's better all time. Yeah.
I need to use the potty.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, you can.
I wasn't even gone for that long.
Laurel Conway, senior, outside hitter, Stratford.
Aaliyah Herman, senior, outside Somerdale.
Asher DeWalt, junior, middle blocker, Magnolia.
Alexa Lincoln, junior, middle blocker, Magnolia.
Johanna Dunnings, junior, setter, Somerdale.
Isabella Scott, junior, opposite hitter, Somerdale.
Danica Zane, junior, libero, Stratford. McKenna Fossbender, junior, middle blocker, Stratford. Abby D'Annunzio, sophomore, outside hitter, Laurel Springs.
Kennedy Davis, sophomore, DS, Stratford.
Daniela Ibrahimi, sophomore, libero, Stratford.
Skylar Anderson, sophomore, setter right side, Somerdale.
I could really use a bev right now.
Braden, how many times I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom, just water? Braden, how many times I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom?
Can you give us an adjective?
Fuzzy.
Give us an adjective.
Blue.
Give us a part of the body.
Heart.
Give us a noun.
A noun? I gotta remember what a noun is first. Hold up.
Give us an animal.
A penguin.
Give us a verb, please.
A verb? Running? Oh, okay. Just do it now? Oh, okay, okay. Let's go with the supermarket. That's a noun.
Give us an adverb.
Oh my god. Quietly?
Give us a noun.
A noun? School?
Give us adjective.
Happy.
Give us a noun.
What?
Give us a verb.
Run? What?
Give us a part of the body.
Finger. A noun? Dog.
Give us a noun.
A cow.
Alright, so give us a noun.
Cat.
When we first met, you looked fuzzy and blue. I couldn't believe my heart. You smelled like a supermarket and walked as graceful as a penguin. I couldn't wait to running to you. I quietly asked you if I could have your school. I could see a look of happy in your eyes. You hesitated for a moment, then gave me a dog. I finally got to take you on our first date. I love spending time with you. You could make me run so easily, like no one had before. When you touched me, I felt a cat. I felt a cat on my finger. When you looked at me, I could see cow. I knew we were meant to be together.
Go Knights.
I can't believe my computer's dead. Yo, does anyone have the charger?
No.
And welcome back to the castle as Sterling finished the first half 1-0 against the Haddon Township Hawks. Jason Camardo scoring the lone goal for the Sterling Knights as we get underway here in the second half.
Yeah, and the rain has picked up substantially. It's now more than a drizzle, probably a steady rain for the remainder of this second half.
Yeah, the rain has picked up a little bit. We're going to see how this impacts the players as Max Bleem has it in midfield as we get a whistle.
It seemed like the Haddon Township coaching staff couldn't believe it there.
Yeah, they seemed to
resume play for a little bit.
The rain has momentarily slowed down for a little bit.
Hopefully we don't jinx that.
Yeah, it's going to start pouring pretty soon right after I said that.
Yeah, there is such thing as the announcer jinx. See, even Jules is telling you to stop jinxing.
And Township kicks it into Sterling's zone as it bobbles a little bit, and Travis Schmid collects it.
Yeah, and what looks to be an easy save there from Travis Schmid is really a difficult one. Look at all the bodies piled up in front of him. Nice touch off the head there. And then a ball kicked into the box. But look at how many bodies in front of Travis Schmid. Nice job to get over there and scoop that one up.
And as we were in the replay a little bit there, Max Green tripped up Sheehan. As this will give the Hawks a free kick.
No. And I thought here on this replay, I thought it would have been a much softer touch, but a bit of a line drive off the foot of the Township player there, making that save a bit more difficult there for Schmidt.
Owen Lumba looking to kick this one for the Hawks.
I don't mean to correct you, Dan, but I believe it's Lamba.
Lamba, sorry. Thank you, Brian.
You got it.
As it whizzes right past the head of Connor Maynor and finds the feet of McIlvain. But Ethan Weitzel does a really good job of wrestling him off of it. And Sterling along the near side pushes it up to Rosano. He takes it into midfield.
That was a great ball there by Connor Maynor to turn it upfield and now giving Sterling a great chance.
As Blanco puts on the burners, but Huber makes a really good save, making sure that Sterling doesn't get one there.
Some great speed used by Blanco. I wasn't aware he had that type of speed, but a great job of Blanco to use it and almost get that one past the keeper.
Guess you could say you're now familiar with this game a little bit.
I am familiar with this game.
It's Haddon Township pushes it up midfield. And made an oopsie there. Right through the legs of Anthony Ortiz, but Bright John makes a great attempt. The Sterling defense prevents a very dangerous attack.
We're going to take a look at this. Sterling moves very quickly. That's a good ball there by Kerrigan. And then it gets back, and there's a Haddon Township clear.
Jesus Blanco takes it away, and it hits off of him. And that's Haddon Township ball again.
Seems like this up-tempo movement that was at the end of the first half seems to be continuing here. Seems to be a lot of a quicker pace of play.
As Cam Rodman was the one to throw that in, as Jesus Blanco is looking for Quentin Rosano. Can't find him. And Haddon Township takes it midfield, but it finds the feet of Ethan Weitzel.
And both teams in the 3 minutes and roughly 40 seconds we've played here unofficially have had good runs at the net. As we take this look at the run at the net, great job by Tim Huber coming out of the net there. And that's one of the harder things as a keeper is to stay back in the net and try and make the save or come out and try and slide on top of it. And he obviously made the right choice.
And that's got to be a bit scary for him, especially because Huber in that first half at one point got out of net, and that was one of the chances Sterling had at scoring their first goal. I mean, they weren't able to do it, but it was probably their best chance at that point to score, and they just barely missed.
And Haddon Township calling for an offsides there, and they get rewarded. Looks like Jesus Blanco was just a little offsides. We're going to get the replay here.
Yeah, great angle from the drone there, and you can see he was about a step in front. We're taking a look at it right now. Ball is sent upfield, and it looks like he's about a step in front of that Haddon Township defender.
Yeah, and as we were looking at the replay, Haddon Township was pushing up, but Travis Schmid makes the collection. As he skies it towards midfield, looking for Connor Maynor. Falls to the Haddon Township defense, but a good takeaway by Jesus Blanco. Straight to Sheehan, but Max Bleen makes a nice play to kick that one out.
Gotta die for that one, Dan.
Yeah, the ball came right towards us. You were the closest to it. You could have gotten up out of your seat and dove for that one.
I wish I did. Finds the foot of Sheehan and now bounces to McIlvain as it hits right off of Weitzel. Kind of running an up-tempo offense here from Township, as they are right next to the box, as Anthony Ortiz pushes down the Haddon Township offense. It looked like Julian Young, number 9, the junior midfielder, as he tries to fight for the ball, but Anthony Ortiz just kind of shoves him to the ground.
And Sterling caught a break there. That was definitely extension of the arm on Anthony Ortiz, and I think Sterling got away with one.
Ortiz was saying, I caught him saying it was Young who was holding him first, but I'd say Ortiz definitely had the more excessive contact on that end.
Chatton tries to find Sheehan as Jesus Blanco pressures. Ethan Weitzel gets the takeaway as they're looking for a handball there. But as he pushes up, he looks for Connor Maynor. Freshman to freshman there. Doesn't find him. And it looks like it's going to be a goal kick for Haddon Township.
And we've seen a lot more up-tempo within this 6.5 minutes unofficially that have gone on here. It's been a lot of up-tempo, and both teams have had good runs at the net, but nothing on the scoreboard here in the second half.
The next TV game will be girls soccer versus Haddonfield starting at 4 p.m. Should be a really good game between two really talented teams this season. Lamba hits that one out. Looks like Sean Kerrigan's going to throw this one in, looking for Jason Camardo, the goal scorer for the first half. Gave a kiss to the fans right after. Right off of a corner kick from Jesus Blanco and just put it right in the back of the net. It was a super nice play from Camardo.
And we talked about before the game somebody was going to have to step up for the Knights, and it ended up being Jason Camardo to find the back of the net off a beautiful touch and a nice kick to find the back of the net.
And Jake, as you were saying at the beginning of this broadcast, Sterling not really having an established goal scorer and not really someone that you can truly rely on. They have a bunch of guys, very talented group of Knights here, but not one person that could be feared on the opposing side. But a great job by Camardo to once again step up and give Sterling the lead.
Yeah, just this year, you look at the stat sheet, and they only had, I think, 18 goals coming into this game, scored through 10 games. That's not a really impressive number. The defense has done a phenomenal job of keeping them in games, and Sterling's done a nice job of just squeaking the ball by the goalkeeper to get some of their 6 wins.
And I think Travis Schmidt has also done an insane job in net this year, as he saves one there from Sheehan, the sophomore midfielder, but it bounces right out of bounds. He couldn't get the collection, and this gives Haddon Township a set-piece opportunity.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty good chance here for Haddon Township as we see Schmid scoop up a previous ball there. But Travis looked like he dove, had it for a second, and then it bounced out of play. And so now Haddon Township has a good shot as it's Bobby McIlvain taking the corner.
Yeah, and I think the slipperiness of the ground impacting that one as McIlvain boots it into the middle. Sea of bodies, kind of pinballs around for a sec. And gets skied out. Good defense in the box by Sterling.
Yeah, well, nice job of the entire Knights unit, but mainly number 9, Quinn Rosano, was the one to get a touch on the ball.
As Ortiz passes it up to Bright John, finds the leg of Jason Camardo, and back to Ortiz. Weitzel calling for it on the near side, doesn't get it, and finds Jesus Blanco in the middle. Jesus Blanco pushing up, looking towards Connor Maynor. Connor Maynor can't get it, and Timmy Huber collects it.
Sterling's doing a nice job of sending balls from the midfield into the offensive zone, but Haddon Township's defense to this point has played pretty solid, except for the last 10 minutes of that first half.
So far, the setups here for Sterling have looked a lot cleaner in the second halves. We're kind of struggling with their passes and miscommunications with their throw-ins to start things off, but definitely looking a lot cleaner.
Jesus Blanco fires one towards Timmy Huber. Makes a good play as Sterling's calling for that one to be out, and they will get it. There's 2 substitutions coming in for the Sterling Knights here. Number 6, Wesley Reich, the freshman, and number 12, Brett Bellows, the senior.
They'll be checking in for Quint Rosano and Connor Maynor.
And Jesus Blanco getting ready to kick this one away. As he skies this one into the middle. Haddon Township gets ahead on it. Ethan Weitzel missed the kick, and it gets skied back out to Dean Collins, the sole defender that stayed back. has a little bit of time, has to make a decision with the ball. And he's getting pressured, but finally passes up to Brett Bellows. Brett Bellows dancing around, passes back to Ethan Weitzel. Weitzel shoots it up for Jesus Blanco up the side, but he gets called for offsides.
And the corner was a good opportunity to score for the Knights, just a bad touch from Weitzel, and then it ended up backtracking. We're going to take a look at the offside call. And
pretty close.
That was close.
Because he's got to be offsides from when the ball is kicked. So
Cam Rodman sends that one up for Sheehan. Finds the leg of Ranking.
Hey, Gabe.
Passes up for Julian Young. Julian Young against Dean Collins there. Ethan Weitzel helps out and kicks that one away.
Yeah, good takeaway by Weitzel and Collins there on the near side of the field.
Rodman couldn't collect that one and keep it in as Jesus Blanco is going to take this throw in for the Sterling Knights. He finds Max Bleen pretty quickly. Max Bleen dancing around, but gets it taken away from McIlvaine. McIlvaine up to Sheehan. Back to McIlvaine. Oh, never mind. Gives to Chatton. Chatton. Finds Young. Back to Chatton. Over to Sheehan. Sheehan finds McIlvaine. McIlvaine, the freshman forward, skies it up. Doesn't get all of it. Gets the head of Dean Collins. Dean Collins gets it back to McIlvaine. And Travis Schmidt gets the easy collection.
Yeah, the Hawks are looking to apply pressure here and just not a lot going. And the term we use in volleyball a lot with Mr. McPherson, but that was just a bit of a free ball there towards Travis Schmidt where he just easily collected it. Didn't look like it had any shot of getting to the back of the net. Pretty easy save for the keeper, Travis Schmidt.
Haddon Township's defense kind of dancing with it for right now as they send it up towards Young. Young going against Bright on the far side. Bright getting past Young. Straight to Kerrigan, but gets bounced back to the Sterling Knights, and that'll be a throw.
Sorry, Dan. A couple substitutions coming in for both sides. It's John Goebel and Carson Wiley coming in for the Knights.
And you can follow us on Twitter or X at SterlingTV19, where we will post live updates of the game, and also we'll have some extracurricular activities on there, maybe showing the homecoming court roundup. Follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19.
Got tons of things coming up for Sterling. Mr. Sterling, not too far away, as well as homecoming.
Spirit Week is 2 weeks away.
Big week.
Hallway decorating as well coming up soon. So a big October here at the Castle.
And I don't know about you guys, but I believe that Spirit Week has been pushed back a little bit. I remember it last year being a little earlier in the year.
I'm not totally sure when it was last year. Can't quite remember, but last year, the juniors, now seniors, obviously. Nightmare Before Christmas theme.
That was a good one.
I love Nightmare Before Christmas. Very special movie.
I got to wear my dad's award-winning ugly sweater to school for one of the theme days. And had to get brought down to Miss Walsh's for a picture. So the award-winning sweater won another award. It was at least good enough to be in the picture.
There was a whistle there for Haddon Township with the little offsides.
Take a look at it. They send a ball in from about midfield, and looks like not one but two Hawks offsides there.
As Dean Collins kind of dances around McIlvaine pressuring, gets it to Connor Wiley, the freshman, up to Jesus Blanco. Jesus collects it, make sure that doesn't go out of bounds. Brett Bell is calling for it. Jesus doesn't make the pass, and a good takeaway from the Haddon Township defense as Sheehan takes it up the field. Sheehan working against Collins and Collins and Wiley. Kind of takes it to the outside on the near side. And Collins trips him up just a little bit. That'll be white ball.
Yeah, that was a nice job on the near sideline by Dean Collins, forcing that one out of bounds. Quick substitution.
As throw in for Haddon Township. Gets hit off the head of Dean Collins. And the shot ricochets off of Dean Collins as well. Working to the near side. The pinball machine, but it ends up in Travis Schmidt's hands.
Good opportunity here for Township. I mean, it was juggled around the 18, and number 12, Andre Santiago, able to get a head on it. A nice job by Schmidt to get there.
Yeah, and Schmidt's done a nice job, I think, all season of just communicating with his defenders and trying to position them into spots where the defense can succeed. And the defense and the keeper have really been the strong point of this Sterling Knights team.
Sends up the field for Blake Liscombe as he works on the outside against Ethan Weitzel. Finds the leg of Connor Wiley, and Dean Collins takes it up. Finds Jesus Blanco in the middle of the field. Excuse me, Carson Wiley.
Coach, you want me to get E or Sean?
As Wesley Reich uses his speed to fight against the Haddon Township defense. Finds Jesus Blanco in the middle of the field. Jesus Blanco working around a defender there. Kind of bloops it into the side. As there's a jumble in front of the net, but it is under Timmy Huber. As Wesley Reich shoots that one right under Timmy Huber. It's right outside, and the defense kicks it right to him.
Good chance there for the Knights. A great crosser there by Wesley Reich, and it slipped under the hands of Huber, but a great job by Township able to get there quickly to clear it out. That was pretty dangerous.
And Huber took a shot from his own teammate, and then it ended off the foot of Sterling's Brett Bellows, and Huber just fell on top of it. Right place, right time for the keeper, Timmy Huber.
And as we saw kind of earlier, Travis Schmidt had a similar play where he tried to make a collection and it kind of slipped right under him and resulted in a corner kick for Haddon Township. So the elements causing a little bit of mischief here today. So finds the foot of McIlvain. McIlvain back to Sheehan. On the far side, that'll be Aiden Bonsell. Aiden Bonsell working against Sean Kerrigan, and Sean Kerrigan forces him out of bounds.
We're going to take another look at this right here. Kerrigan, nice job of just trying to work it to the outside. And now it'll be corner here for McIlvain and the Hawks.
Bobby McIlvain, the freshman forward, will be taking this kick. Oh, never mind. Spoke a little too soon, as Gabe Chatton will be taking this one.
And I think that in the beginning of this second half, it's been Haddon Township oriented still on offense. Like we saw in the first half, Sterling has to get a couple more runs to the net and apply more pressure like they did on that last offensive possession.
Gabe Chatton sends this one towards the middle. Finds head of Anthony Ortiz as they are pointing fingers on who it is out. And they're going to say it's Sterling ball.
Yeah, going to force a goal kick here. Nice job.
I don't know if you fellas have ever seen the Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing at each other, but that's exactly what it looked like.
You're right.
It's a great reference.
Thank you. It's unofficially nearing the 19th minute, but Coach Marley's saying that about 21 minutes into this. So a little bit over halfway through unofficially. But even though your screen says 19 minutes, we will be under halfway. As Connor Maynard takes it through the middle, but Haddon Township's defense does a great job of turning it over. Sheehan will take this one up again, but the other Sheehan chasing him right on his tail and stops the momentum just a little bit.
And Brian, I don't know if it's you, but I feel like Sterling is getting caught out of position defensively, and they're kind of clinging on for dear life to just try and hold that one-goal lead.
Yeah, I agree. Township getting a lot of open space in some of their most recent offensive sets, just having to rely on Sterling trying to get back to the ball as quick as possible.
As Jesus tries to find Connor Maynard, but sends it a little too hard, and Timmy Huber comes out and collects it. He also has an extremely good sliding tackle, but it seems like a Hawk is down on the ground for right now. Gets up under his own weight, seems to be fine.
Yeah, that was Mason McCarthy that was down for a little extra time, but popped right up.
Again, the weather conditions helping these players slide a little bit more. You're seeing a little bit more sliding tackles than usual. As Carson Wiley tries to fight for that one, but two defenders on him take it away. But it does find the foot of Anthony Ortiz, skies it out towards the middle.
Haddon Township's doing a nice job of applying pressure to this Sterling defense, who has held up very well to this point.
Quentin Rosano skies it out for Connor Maynard. He hits it with his chest, looking for Wesley Reich. Wasn't there. And Haddon Township's going to advance on a little bit more. Oh, but they couldn't find him there and kick it a little too hard.
If I can compare these defense, I might use some football terminology. I would use Townships as more of a blitz and Sterling's as kind of a soft zone, because it seems like every time Sterling gets the ball, or once Sterling striker gets it, about 2 to 3 Township defenders get there immediately, while once Township has something going on offense, Sterling kind of plays back a little bit, and it's just been a couple miscommunications defensively.
So really just the Giants and the Eagles last year.
Pretty much.
And as we mentioned before, our football team, Sterling, is heading on the road to West Deptford as they'll take on a Colonial Conference matchup. Both teams 1-5. That'll start at 7 p.m. We won't be covering that game because we're here covering boys soccer.
We out here.
You can find us on Facebook at Sterling Channel 19, and you will find live updates of the game. You can find Jason Camardo's goals in about 3 angles. Kay uploaded that right after it was scored. And you can find a lot of things on our Facebook channel. That's a very important one to go follow because you can get live updates pretty much as it happens.
Yeah, and Mr. K is telling us that the goals are on Facebook, and he does a phenomenal job of catching highlights and uploading them to the Facebook. It's definitely cool to look at when we're talking about some of our moments in class, Brian.
Taddington, a.k.a. Mr. K, very good at catching the replays, but Sterling defense almost got caught lacking as Gabe Chatton, the junior midfielder, almost knocked one in right past Travis Schmid, but just a little offline.
Great ball into the box by Lamba, and just offline there for the Hawks. Sterling caught a break.
As Anthony Ortiz advances to Dean Collins. Dean Collins kind of skying over to Quentin Rosano as it hits off of his midsection and bounces out of bounds. Look like Cam Rodman is going to throw this one in. He's looking for Sheehan, doesn't find him. And then Max Bleem looking for someone to throw to.
All right, guys, I'm going to peace on out of here. I'm going to go celebrate a friend's birthday, but it was a pleasure broadcasting with you guys today.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you,
It was
Brian.
a pleasure.
I'll catch you on later.
Around.
Catch you on the flip side.
Enjoy. Go Knights.
As Jesus Blanco finds the ball. Kind of dribbles around with it past the defender. Tries to look for Wesley Reich, but Timmy Huber makes the easy collection. As this will be just a Jake and Danny broadcast from now on.
And Huber has played well to this point. He's done a nice job of making a couple tough saves like the one we saw where the ball got out of his grasp for a little bit and then recollected himself and recollected the balls. We're going to take another look here.
What just happened? It's looking like it's going to be a Sterling corner. Jesus Blanco is going to kick this one away. Sterling's lone goal was off of a corner scored by Jason Camardo. Didn't get the first attempt, but Jason Camardo kind of balanced it in the air and sent a really nice shot past the right side of the goalkeeper as Jesus Blanco skies this one over. A little short to Connor Maynard. Connor Maynard couldn't do much with it as it goes back to Jason Camardo and back to Jesus Blanco. He skies it in the middle again, looking for Bright John, but Timmy Huber makes a great collection.
That's a nice job of getting up there by the keeper, Huber, putting his hands in a position to make the grab and just corralling that one up in the air.
That one looking for Jack Sheehan making a great play. But a good collection as the other Sheehan. It'll be Eamon Sheehan getting that one. Back to Eamon Sheehan. Eamon Sheehan, excuse me. As it skies through the middle. Finds a Sterling defender, that's Jason Camardo, and kicked out by Max Bleem. Rosano pressuring.
And to this point, if I'm Coach Marley's, I got to be happy with the way my defense has played, keeping the shutout alive, and great communication between them and goalkeeper Travis Schmid to keep the goose egg up on the board.
As Jesus Blanco finds Wesley Reich, and Wesley Reich passes to Jason. As you saw there, that shot just went wide to the right side.
Yeah, we're going to take another look at this. They find Camardo and just a bad touch, and I think the weather played a bit of an impact. The ground is very wet from the rain we got earlier.
So there's a hawk on the ground for right now, and they blow the whistle. This play stopped for 1 second. And you can find us on YouTube. You can subscribe to our channel at Sterling Channel 19, where we will have live uploads of the game. And you can also find some commercials, such as Jake's new commercial. I think it was Dorico's Doomsday or something,
yes,
something like
is.
that.
That is what it's called.
You can see my guest bedroom on there, along with Jake and Brian. And Connor Strauss, who's also a part of our channel. You can find that on YouTube at Sterling Channel 19. You can see us over here. I'm Daniel Leakin, and to my left is Jacob Clark, and also to my left is Jules Mesta, our homecoming court. Kay whispering the wrong thing to me there. Representing Tech Crew as sophomore Mason McCarthy comes off the field under his own power.
Trainer. Kicked it out because of the injury. Not the way we should be setting up.
Yeah, and for those wondering why Dan keeps mentioning his guest bedroom, we actually had a conversation when I had to film this. He said, I bet you somebody on the news, as there's a bit of a miscommunication on where the ball should be spotted because of the injury. But he said, I bet you that somebody, when that gets aired on the news, is going to say, hey, that's Dan's guest bedroom. And I told him there was no way that that would happen. He's still sticking to his story.
I'm sticking to my story. Is Iman Sheehan, oh my God, that's a tongue twister. Iman Sheehan is going to throw this one in, but a substitution, Ian Hewitt, is going to come in for Joseph Sheehan. Iman Sheehan is twisting me up today, as waiting for the throw-in after the injury.
They initially, I think, awarded a free kick to one of the teams, and that was the wrong place for the ball because of the injury. The ball had to be stopped because of an injury as McCarthy had to come out.
As Sheehan, he tosses it right to Anthony Ortiz in sign of respect after the injury. Because except for playing on, I think Sterling kicked that one just out. Jesus Blanco looking for Quentin Rosano. Quentin dancing at the top, and that's a great save from Timmy Huber. Denying a goal from Quentin Rosano, the lead striker, definitely one of the weapons of this offense.
Yeah, Rosano gets a great touch and fires a laser. A nice job by Huber, not only to deflect that one, but to go over there, corral it, and punt it away.
This is Quentin Rosano dancing around a little bit in midfield. A great touch over to Jason Camardo, who scored the first goal, but Timmy Huber comes out, can't collect, and Haddon Township kicks it out as soon as they can. That could have been really dangerous for their defense there.
Yeah, Camardo did the right thing by avoiding the keeper there and hopped up, but if he had kept running, he might have been able to get a touch, as Huber couldn't corral it.
As Gabe Chatton was working against 3 defenders there, but it finds the ball, or finds the foot of Sheehan. Sheehan, that's a Bonso. Passes it up. Lumbo working with it. Wesley Reich's, or excuse me, Quentin Rosano slides. And he finds Sheehan in the middle, but Sheehan can't get it. Gets to Max Blee.
And right there, Haddon Township had good ball movement, just couldn't find the foot of Sheehan there.
Jack Sheehan gets the ball taken away from him as they work through the near side. A great block by Dean Collins, and Jason Camardo taking this one up the near side here, trying to look for Connor Maynor. A good stop by Cam Rodman.
And now we're seeing this midfield battle that you were talking about earlier in the game, Dan, where it's being controlled in the middle of the field, and neither team right now having a possession.
Jesus Blanco airs it out towards Quentin Rosano. Rosano tries to run to it. He gets there. Working one-on-one on the far side. Passes it into the middle. Timmy Huber can't collect. Jesus Blanco shoots! And just offline. And you can tell he wants that one back. He had a pretty open net there after Timmy Huber made the right decision to come out of his crease.
Yeah, nice save there by Huber, but puts it right on the foot of Blanco, and Blanco, just a bad touch, lofts that one up and to the right. We're going to take another look at this. Again, great save by Huber. Blanco in perfect position for a rebound and just skies it away.
Speaking of Blanco, he gets the ball here right after the goal kick. Looking, Jason Camardo calling for it and gets it. Trying to weave his way through the middle. Connor Maynor has the ball through the middle. Connor Maynor gets it taken away from him. Great defense from Haddon Township as they advance up through the midfield. Haddon Township finds the foot of Anthony Ortiz as he slips, but gets the ball to Max Bleem. Max Bleem finds Jason Camardo right at center field. Jason dances around, hits it right towards the Haddon Township defender. That would be, and as there is a whistle, Jason Camardo pushing the defender down.
Yeah, you can see there's a lot of contact here, and he leads with the arm first. Definitely a foul.
As Haddon Township advances forward, Ian Hewitt kicks that one towards, I think that's Max Radley. Max Radley towards McIlvain. McIlvain back towards the middle. Finds the foot of Hewitt. Hewitt towards McIlvain once again. McIlvain dances his way through the defender. As Hewitt shoots, gets blocked by Dean Collins. As Wesley Reich checks into the game for the Sterling Knights, substituting Connor Maynard.
Yeah, and right now, under 8 minutes left unofficially. We're going to take another look at this replay. Both teams getting good runs, and Haddon Township applying some late pressure on the Knights defense, which has held strong to this point.
Jack Sheehan throwing this one in for the Knights once again. He gets it over to Jason Camardo on the near side. Back to Jack Sheehan, and he tries to sky it out towards Wesley Reich. Wesley Reich using that blazing speed, trying to get possession of the ball, as the smart thing to do there from the Haddon Township defender is hit that one out. As Sean Clank, our personal trainer, makes a really nice catch on the side here, almost hitting Jules. As Quentin Rosano takes it on the near side. Rosano crosses it over, hits off the head of Wesley Reich, finds his foot of Jesus Blanco, and he skies it far right again.
Yeah, we're going to take another look at this. Again, a great run from the Knights. Nice cross, good touch, I believe, by Wesley Reich that finds Blanco, and Blanco over the net. Again, one more look at this. It actually went off the head of a Haddon Township defender out to Blanco. That was my mistake there.
I think is that a phone? I think that might be a phone on the ground. Right in the middle there, but back to soccer, I guess.
Might be a shin guard.
Might be a shin guard. It really did look like a phone coming out of the, it looked like it came out of his pocket, but my mistake there. As Jesus Blanco skies it towards Quentin Rosano. Rosano working
Hopefully
on
no one will be playing with their phone in their pocket.
I know, right? Rosano working on the near side, trying to find Maynard Reyes. Reyes can't get to it, and Wesley Reich controls on the far side. Wesley Reich skies it through the middle as Timmy Huber gets a hand on it, as Jason Camardo knocks it in for his second goal of the game. Jason Camardo with a great knock-in off of the deflection from the goalie. Can't corral it, and it is now a 2-0 game with about 6 minutes unofficially left.
And we're going to take a look at this. Reich sends a cross into the box. Good punch out by Huber. And Camardo in perfect position for a rebound, catches Huber off guard for his second goal of the game. And I like the celebration there. They patted him down at the end because he is a weapon on offense.
That is a great pass from Wesley Reich. Couldn't corral it, and Camardo with a free net just heads it right in, and that makes it a 2-0 game with about 5 minutes unofficially left in this game. Sterling taking a 2-0 lead.
And we're going to take one more look at this again. Huber punches it out, and the rebound goes right to it. And if anybody was concerned about the shin guard, it's Jason Camardo, as he has it on the sideline. So scored it with one shin guard. We're going to take another look at this. Again, the ball punched out. Camardo in perfect position for a rebound.
As Bleem skies it. As Hewitt dances around with it, gets past Brett Bellows. Finds McIlvain in the middle. Trying to get another goal here. try and climb back into this game. Haddon Township kind of dancing around the zone. You're going to see Sterling play maybe a defender or two back, making sure that they can secure this win as that hits off the post. Travis Schmid not having much to do there as it bounces right out of bounds. We will have a post game after this game if the score stays the same, as Jay Clark will be asking some questions to some players and maybe even Coach Marley's as well, as Anthony Ortiz is going to take this one, raises both hands, skies it over towards Brett Bellows. Brett Bellows kind of lets up and gives it to Connor Maynard. Maynard kind of dancing around, gets past the defender. Bellows moving towards the midfield. Tries to look for Jesus Blanco. Jesus Blanco is going to have to leg it out to get to that ball, and he does. Tries to keep it in, gets it past the defender. But McGarrigle makes a great play, and Haddon Township is moving up the field.
And we've said his name a couple times on defense. Jack McGarrigle, the sophomore, has played pretty well for the Haddon Township Hawks on the defensive end.
It's Maynard Reyes getting a good takeaway there, the senior midfielder against McIlvain there. McIlvain smartly passes it back to Joseph Sheehan. So that's a whistle against Haddon Township. Connor Maynard taking the fall.
And we're going to take another look at the foul, but I think the most important part was getting that second goal. It kind of felt like Sterling was holding on for dear life with that 1-0 lead for a little bit. Felt like Haddon Township had a lot of momentum and a lot of good runs to the net, and Sterling had a couple good runs that ended up with a Jason Camardo goal at the end of them.
It's Wesley Reich. Skies that one in the air. A bit of discombobulation in front of the net, but Timmy Huber collects it.
And Huber has played well to this point. He's just gotten caught out of position a couple times because he likes to leave the net a little early, in my opinion. But this time, pays off, comes out, scoops it up, and makes the save.
As Haddon Township advances into midfield, looking to try and get one back here. Now being down 2-0, you're playing with a little bit more urgency. But Travis Schmid comes off his line and gets that collection. Smartly sinking to the ground. We have about 2 minutes unofficially left in this game.
Yeah, and a smart play by Schmid, just trying to waste as much clock as possible with a multiple goal lead over the Hawks.
Hawks playing very well this game, holding a very talented Sterling offense, and definitely applying some pressure to the defense. Only allowing, but big up, only allowing 2 goals for Haddon Township as we're just past the 2-minute left mark unofficially. Brett Bellows dancing with it on the far side, and as he's awarded the throw-in. You know, after a little bit of a rainy broadcast, it feels good to finally not be soaking wet for a second as the rain's kind of stopped for a minute.
Hopefully you don't announce or jinx it and bring it back, because it was definitely pouring a little earlier.
Our roster sheets are a little bit wet. That's
they
why
are not a little bit wet, they are soaked.
They are pretty soaked, yeah. As Jesus Blanco looks for Wesley Reich in the middle. And that's a good tackle from Jack McGarrigle, but it's not called as Haddon Township's pushing forward.
And not a good sign as Reich is still down.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing you want to see. And now it's starting to get physical.
Yeah, it's getting a little physical here as Wesley Reich is still on the ground in pain as the refs call for a stoppage of play.
We're going to take another look at what happened. Let's see. A lot of contact and a hard fall from Reich. A bit of an awkward fall there. And it looks to be he immediately grabbed his left wrist.
Yeah,
looks like the arm area, maybe the forearm or the wrist. We're going to, Sean Klink trots out there.
Wesley Reich with a 1 goal, 1 assist season. He has 3 points as we look at the replay again
we
there.
We see it there. And
the
it's
left
the left arm. I think it might have happened on the rollover. He took a tumble, and on that rollover might have hit the ground.
Wesley Reich with 1 goal, 1 assist, and 3 points this season. The 1 goal coming against Haddonfield, where he equalized the game to make it 2-2. Off of an assist of Brett Bellows. As we're looking again, yeah, it looks like the left arm there.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to brace his fall.
Oof, just the, oof. Gave me the tingles. just being honest, man, that saw me shiver a little bit there. And you can follow us on Instagram at SterlingTV19 as we're seeing a bunch of pictures of Kay. You can see us. You can see a picture of us on the Instagram. As you see Johnny Wiggles on the screen there, you can see pictures of the crew. You can see pictures of Kay. Follow us on SterlingTV19.
That's good to see that Wesley Reich is up and moving again.
Yeah,
and it's obviously that left. I think it's around the forearm, might be the wrist. I think the wrist might have taken the most damage there.
Yeah, it was a bit of a...
I am not a doctor. I'm not an athletic trainer, so we will let Sean Klink handle all of those.
Sean Klink, a great athletic trainer. Helps a lot of... I mean, if you ask any athlete at the school, they know him. But another thing I do know is that there were a couple substitutions for Sterling, Jason Camardo, and I think that's Connor Wiley coming in for Maynard Reyes. And Connor Maynard, and I meant to say Carson Wiley. I keep messing that up today. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Carson Wiley coming into the game for Connor Maynard. It's the 2 C's, man, the 2 C's. Thank you, Jake, for pointing that out. Sterling takes it on the far side, and Haddon Township deflects this out. We're a little bit extra here, but that's definitely unofficial, as we should be nearing the end of the game at any point here. As Quentin Rosano dances a little bit.
Well, I'm not sure if they take a bit of a stop during injury time. We're getting word from Mr. Kidd that they do. So when Wesley Reich was down, the officials' clock stopped. Ours keeps running.
Yep, so we're a little bit over, but that's completely unofficial. Just know it's at any moment at this point. Max Bleem fights for it at the midfield, going against 2 defenders. One falls down, but Max gets called for the foul there.
Well, it honestly looked like Max Bleem just slipped. Both guys just slipped over one another, and I can see why the foul was called on Bleem, as he was the second to fall, not the first.
Haddon Township trying to run a high-tempo offense here with very little time left. As Joseph Sheehan kicks this one into the center, as the other Sheehan, Iman Sheehan, works with it as Jason Camardo skies it out towards Quentin Rosano, who's hustling, trying to get to the ball there against McGarrigle. But McGarrigle wins that battle.
Yeah, we've called his name a couple times today. Jack McGarrigle has done a nice job on that outside for the Hawks.
As Dean Collins gets a shout from Jesus Blanco, doesn't look that way. Jason Camardo, the 2 goal scorer today. The only 2 goals of the game coming from Jason Camardo. Ball skied up in the air for a few seconds there, but Brett Bellows tries and fight for it. Jack Sheehan comes in, tries to kick it away, and does, but finds the foot of a Haddon Township defender. And it ends up on Max Bleem. Max Bleem over to Camardo. Camardo working with a shin guard in his hand, I think. But Jesus Blanco going on a breakaway here. Jesus Blanco, he shoots, and a great save. But it's in! Jesus Blanco finally scoring one there. It looked like a great save at first as they're going over to the goal flag and hit the Suey, the Cristiano Ronaldo celebration, as it is now a 3-0 game. Sterling Knights looking to put this one away. Looked like a great save at first, but it just trickled in. It was a really powerful shot from Jesus Blanco as he hits the Ronaldo celebration to put the bow on the present.
Yeah, and initially it looked as though it was Haddon Township was looking for Blanco to be offsides, and Blanco stayed in line with that defender and then kicked the ball. Initially got contact from Huber. The ball got contact from Huber, but it just squeaks into the back of the net, and it'll make it a 3-0 game.
Yeah, excuse me, I'm sorry. I thought they got the save there. It's a little tough to see past the Haddon Township bench. But Jesus Blanco, normally the corner kick master for this team as of this game, getting a goal finally. He works a lot in the midfield. He's really well played defensively, and finally gets one on in the net. He had 2 chances earlier that just went over. I'm sure it feels good to get that one.
You know what they say, though, is third time's the charm, and he capitalized on that third attempt towards the net. And I think he's also done a very good job of just controlling the midfield for the Knights, and I think that that's been pretty critical in this what looks to be a victory with little time left against the Haddon Township Hawks.
Yeah, if this score stays, there will be a post-game show hosted by our very own Jacob Clark, and that is the final whistle as Sterling takes a well-needed win over Haddon Township, increasing their record to 7-4, and Haddon Township going down to 2-8-1. And Sterling wins this one 3-0 as the Knights prevail at the Castle, and come back for postgame in just a sec.
Man, I don't want to talk to you.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
What? Hit me. Why?
Because, are you gonna hit me or not?
No.
Wrong answer.
This is so stupid.
That's more like it.
I never said you could hit me.
What is that guy fighting?
What's your name? You never called.
Tyler.
Are you from Fight Club?
Shh. You know the first one.
So
Guys, put your IDs on.
Brady, headphones. Gotta come out.
Nah.
Come on, man.
Yo, Brayden, you're not supposed to have your jacket on, man. Come on, take it off. Put it in your locker. No, I'm okay.
Stop. You have your jacket on, AirPods in, and no ID. Go to internal.
You too, bro.
Yeah.
Where's your ID?
Hey, oh, stop, wait a minute. Put that hood down.
You're late. Put your hood down.
Where's your ID?
And you have your backpack on.
Welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 post-game show here with two-goal scorer Jason Camardo. Jason, what was going through your head on that first goal? The ball got cleared out to you. What were you thinking?
I saw that, so, I always want to hit that shot, I always see that. I'm always trying to hit volleys. Everyone on my team knows it, right? Marley's always doubting me, saying I can't hit it, always yelling at me. So I was like, all right. So when I scored it, I had to put him always and be like, yeah, told you I could hit a volley, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you proved Coach wrong there. And we talked about on the broadcast how the team has scored and having one guy, struggled with having one guy be able to score. And you came out and really set the tone. Talk about the mindset coming in before the game.
I was just like, I was locked in, Every opponent's a big game, so I was like, I just want to go out there, play my hardest, and hopefully get a win.
And how does it feel to get a little bit of revenge? These guys beat you earlier in the season. Now you guys took it back to them.
It was very, very cool to get that revenge win, finally beat them. I think we lost them 3 straight games, so it's a big win, big win.
Thank you, Jason. Congratulations. Now coming the keeper with the shutout, Travis Schmid. Travis, phenomenal job in the net today. How did you, along with the defense, come out with the shutout?
We knew from the last time we played him, number 6, he's a great player. Gabe, I believe his name is. They played direct to him a ton, and they were getting him through the middle. So we knew we had to close that down because that's what they want to do. They want to find the middle. So I think my chemistry with my defense is insane. So I credit them for all my shutouts. So.
And talk a little bit about a lot of clogged shots. When the middle was very clogged, you had to see over a couple of defenders. Talk about how difficult that makes it to see the ball and make a stop.
Yeah, it is, especially with the weather conditions. Like the grass is going to slide, so it's so hard to tell when a shot's going to come because a kid can just turn around and just rip one from the PK spot, and it can slide and everything. So I had to be on my toes at all time. I was alert. I had to follow the ball. I couldn't take my eyes off it because if I did, then it can be a little tap and it just sneaks by me, especially like you said with the clogged up middle.
Yeah, and now win number 7 for you guys on the year. Talk about some of the things the team is looking forward to in the future.
We're young. So this season, I said to them, actually, it's just going to be building blocks, and each game as we go on, we just get better and better. Everything's starting to come together, and it's good that we're getting hot towards the end of the season, which I love. So the more and more we play together, the more and more we grow. So it's great.
Great win, Travis. Congratulations. Thanks for coming on with us. And now, late in the game, on the third try, Jesus Blanco found the back of the net. You missed the first 2, but you capitalized on the third. Talk about what happened there with that third shot.
Well, I knew that all I had to do was just stay on sides, and finally the opportunity came, and I buried it.
Yeah, and you did a great job throughout today's game controlling the midfield. Talk about how Coach Marley's looks to you to control the midfield and set the pace for the offense.
Well, I mean, he said it from last year. This year was not going to be like a build-up season. We already had the pieces on the field, and he told me since last year I was going to be a big part of this team, and that's how it is. Just have to take control.
Yeah, obviously big part of this team. Talk about some of the future plans that this team has for the rest of the season.
We play game by game. That's the mentality. Game by game, opponent by opponent, and we'll get there to the end.
Thank you, Jesus. Great game today. And now joined by Coach Marley's coach. This team got the best of you early in the season. Talk about how nice it feels to get revenge and pick up a win here today.
Yeah, it always feels good. It's one of the good things about playing a team twice is if you come on the wrong end of a result early in the season, you get to show your improvement. You get another chance at them. So anytime you lose to a team, you beat them, it feels good.
And you guys as a team have struggled finding one guy to really be the guy and find the back of the net. Talk about how Jason Camardo stepped up with 2 goals today.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that player to emerge. I think if we were a little bit more consistent in that area, I think we're going to be a really tough team to beat moving forward. So we were thrilled that Jason had those opportunities. He made the most of them. I heard him say earlier that I doubt him. I would argue that when you're 0 for 20 on that exact shot, it's not really doubting him. It's just kind of stating the facts. But it was nice to see him put one away.
And then obviously goalkeeper Travis Schmid and the defense coming away with the shutout. Talk about how the defense has been consistently good all year long.
Yeah, we do try to focus in the preseason on building from the back and making sure we have a strong back line. And that's really the core of our team year in and year out. And this group led by Anthony Ortiz and Anthony Garcia, they're doing a great job. So every game they keep us in every game and give us a chance to win. And we just need to put it together on the offensive half.
Yeah, and a young team, but picking up win number 7. Talk about some of the future plans that this team has coming towards postseason time.
Yeah, you know, we don't want to look too far ahead, so we're really looking forward to next week. 2 really tough games with Haddon on Tuesday and West Stafford after that. So we're not looking past that. Mathematically, we're still in the race for the conference, so we're going to focus on that for now, and then, you know, when we get out of conference play, then we'll start to worry about playoffs.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations on the win. Going to send it back to Dan in the booth now. Dan?
And as Coach Marley said, they will be going against Haddonfield on Tuesday, but we will not be streaming it. They will be away. But here we will be streaming girls soccer against Haddonfield on Tuesday. That will be starting at 4 p.m. Nothing over the weekend and nothing on Monday, but Tuesday. And the next time we will see the boys here on Channel 19 will be Monday, October 16th at 7 p.m. Sterling versus Woodstown. That'll be live on Channel 19 and live on YouTube. And that'll do it for today, everyone. Sterling taking the win 3-0. Jason Camarda with 2 goals and Jesus Blanco with 1. I'm Daniel Leake, and I was joined by Jacob Clark and Brian